Good day, sir. This is the video presentation of Group 6 on how to use SPSS. First is to download the SPSS on your computer. And after you download the program, you can open it and you would see the window here. In order to import data, you click on this folder here. And you would pick on computer to import the data. You will see that there's nothing showing here. Although there are Excel files showing up. In order to avoid this problem, you going here to files of type and scroll down to all files, and then you would see the all file. And then the Excel file, you would see the example of smoking, and click this file to open, and you will receive this window. And make sure you choosing the right sheets that variable names in the first row is the primary data.
Okay, and now you have your data in SPSS. Before we start doing the analysis, go to a variable view and make sure that your data is coded correctly. So there are two main of data statistics. First one called categorical data. When you have categories, for example, smoking, no smoking, having lung cancer, not having lung cancer, radiation, no radiation. So you have groups. On the other hand, age is continuous variable. It has number. It's a numeric variable. So in order to make sure that it's coded correctly, go here to measure and make sure that nominal is where the categorical variables are. So smoking, lung cancer, and radiation are categorical variable. So make sure it's nominal, and for continuous variable, make sure it's scale. So if that's the case, make sure that the type is numeric in all, because even though this is categories, this is coded in numbers. So 0, 1 instead of yes, no. So make sure that this is our numeric, because SPSS would prepare all the data to be in number even if in represents categories, and then go to the data views.
The first things that we need to do is to describe the data. See how many we have smoking. No smoking, what is the mean age, median age, the percentage. So in order to do that, you go to analyze descriptive statistics and frequencies. First, start with your categorical data.
And next, let's see how we do the descriptive analysis for continuous data. We go to analyze descriptive statistics and frequencies the same place. We need to move these variables here and move these continuous variables such as age back here. Uncheck display frequency table, choose statistics, and then pick the statistics that we would like to see. Generally, we pick mean, median, quartiles, standard deviation, and click continue, and then click OK. And then we would get the descriptive statistics for the age. You have the mean, you have the median, standard deviation, the percentiles. There are some criteria that you need to look at assessing whether the mean or the median should be used for your continuous data. Now let's go to the chi-square. If you need to compare, for example, smoking and lung cancer relationship between two categorical variables, the best for that is the chi-square test. So to perform that, go to analyze descriptive statistics and cross tabs, put smoking in one of these boxes. So we'll pick rows here and lung cancer, the other variable in the other. Go to statistics and choose the chi-square. Click continue to go to cells and ask for expected rows, columns, and total. This gives us the percentage out of the total, out of the column, out of the row, and the expected is important to assess whether you should use the chi-square. After you're done, click continue and click OK.
Here is the across tab. This is the table you're interested in to see. Expected percentage. Here you have no, yes, and you can see the 2 by 2 table. Here you have the total, and in this table we have the p-value for the chi-square test. Which number is it is?
Now let
This
me show you the t-test. How to do the t-test? Click the Analyze Compare Means Independent and click Samples t-test. Click Age and click Smoking. And Smoking, click the Define the Groups. And click Group 1, 0. And Group 2, 1. And click Continue. And click OK.
Here you have your t-test results. This is the Levin's test for equality of variances. If you have equal variance, you would use the t-value on the first row. If you don't have equal variance, you would use the t-value on the second row. But where is the t-value for the t-test? In this one here. The 0.053, 0.054, here is the mean difference, and this is the 95% confidence interval for the mean difference. But again, there are assumptions that we need to meet in order to use the t-test. Performing the test itself is not that hard, but knowing what test to use and whether this test is best or another test is better for statistics. So you can check the statistics score to see the detail of where should you use the t-test or the Mann-Whitney U test that we will show you how. If you don't need the assumption of the t-test, you use a non-parametric test. In this example, we will use the Mann-Whitney test.
This is the p-value for the Mann-Whitney test. But if you wanted to compare continuous variables such as age between more than two groups, so here we had smoking and no smoking. What if you have a current smoker, previous smoker, and no smoker? So you have three groups or more in this case. You will use the ANOVA test. To use the ANOVA test, we will use age and radiation. Has more than two groups, it has three groups. To do the ANOVA test, you need to go, analyze, then compare. Means one way, ANOVA. Then pick your continuous variable under dependent. List and U categorical variable under factor, and then click OK, and you will have your ANOVA test here. And this is the p-value of the ANOVA test. But ANOVA test had assumption that you need to meet. You can use a Kruskal-Wallis test. To do the Kruskal-Wallis test, you need to click Analyze, then Non-Parametric Test, then Dialogues, and K Independent Sample, and then click the Age, which is the continuing under test variable list, and pick your groups or your categorical variable under grouping variable, and then Define Range. Define Range stand for the groups of how are they coded. Here's the example. We have here 1 to 3. So the range will be from 1 to 3. Then after that, click the continue button. Then if you see the test type, click Crystal Wallis H. Then OK. And here you see the p-value of the Crystal Wallis. So that's the end of our video tutorial on how to use SPSS. We hope you learned something from our video. That's all. Thank you for watching. And stay safe.